What's up, guys? We have been blessed yet again by another client who has traveled very far to come see us to have his suspension upgraded. He traveled all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada to Fremont, California so that we could get him set up. Now, he contacted me a few months ago because he got a brand new Highland rear-wheel drive long range just to get some lowering springs, but because I don't know vehicle weights, I don't know if there are springs specific to this chassis. I know that there are springs available from the first generation chassis, but I don't know what the results would be on this one because Tesla keeps changing the dang battery pack on these things. I don't know vehicle weight, so I advised against it. I said, you know what, your best bet is to put some coilovers on the vehicle so that we can adjust that ride height and just make sure for sure that it's gonna ride good and it's gonna look good. So we start out with getting him some Tein Flex Z coilovers, as you can see below. And then that just spiraled into a whole bunch of things. We always include MPP camber arms with our coilovers anytime we lower the vehicle. We ended up getting him a brake master cylinder brace, which is over here. He decided to upgrade his bushings and bearings because, you know, he's making the trip all the way up here. Why not just finish the car? So he did all of that. And then, you know what else? He's like, you know what, Richie? I really like the way your guys' car looks. I want to get some Aspira wheels. I was like, okay, let's do some 18-inch Aspira forged wheels on it. The original plan was to just swap out his factory tires onto the wheels. But then just a couple of days ago before coming, he's like, you know what, Richie? I want some 265s. I want that meaty, chunky look. So the car is completely done on my drive back home. And so that's what we got. We got 18x9 brushed titanium Aspira forged AF-10s with the Falken 460 all seasons and a 265/40/18. Now we're gonna get all this stuff on the car, set it down, and get them ready to go. So let's get all this stuff going, and we'll show you guys the results. Here's a pro tip. Since this is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, it has no front axles, and since we are going to replace his bushings on his lateral links and compliance arms, we are just going to drop those arms out, and then we don't need to disconnect any of the front upper control arms. We're going to drop the shock straight out the bottom and then put everything back in the same way. So it's actually much faster on a rear-wheel drive car than it would be on a dual motor because you got to get around the front axles, which means you have to separate the front upper control arm from the upright or the knuckle in order to get the shock out of the car. But on this car, you don't got to do it. So pro tip for you guys. All right, guys, check it out. This one is all done. He's got color PPF on this baby. This is like a chalk white. I don't know the specific name of this PPF, but this pairs really, really well with our brushed titanium finish. You can see here, 18x9s with the 265/40 Falken 460 all season, Tein Flex Zs. We've lowered this thing about 1.25 inches from factory. He's got the MPP camera arms in the rear. He's got the MPP front lower control arm bearings in the front, the MPP brake master cylinder brace, and our ZEV poly bushings on the compliance arms. And I believe that's it, man. This thing is good to go. We've set up his damping. I did some adjustments. I test drove it, adjusted it since I haven't driven one of these rear-wheel drive long ranges before, the Highland version with this suspension setup. So I've already fine-tuned it for him for his long drive back to Vegas. Michael, we want to thank you for coming all the way up here and supporting us and letting us work on your car. So thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. If you're interested in any of these products, you have a Highland, you want a good setup for it, let us know. We'll put links in the description below, and we'll see you guys on the next one.